Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Supreme Ruler 2020 as Vietnam. Uh, Last off, just continue our war against southern China, while at the same time trying to reach the border of Tibet. So that hopefully we can perhaps, surround the city of Kunming, and probably cut off any additional supplies. If we could reach, say, Xichang? Yeah, Xichang, the small town of Xichang, and the space center as well. Currently, though, we are taking a lot of losses, though. Oh, 90 agriculture, and they're not asking for any price, so that's fine. Remove all this. Meanwhile, though, the war over here has stalled. Even though it would be nice to continue on forward into, let's say, Sushi, Liancheng, or anywhere up until here. Getting ships to land on on the island of Hanan, I really do hope I said that right of the island's name. But I'm sure you'll remember the one headache is the Chinese submarine fleets that are still around, and that's not gonna be good for anybody. Okay. Huh. The Serb Republic. What is our relations? Concerned with the Serb Republic, huh? Our war with Austria, Bulgaria, East Germany, and Paris. They're allied with Serbia, of course. But looking at our relations, I think this is one time I may have to reject. Speaking of Germany, East Germany, I mean. Well, looks like they're getting swallowed up by Poland. The Czech Republic is under attack by South Germany, even though they just retook some territory. How long will they last? Well, who knows. Whether or not if the Czech Republic will be conquered, that remains to be seen. The same could be said for Austria, as their economy is pretty much collapsed. West Germany, meanwhile, well, let's just say that this part of Europe is a bit of a mess. And Paris is not looking good. They're at war with Belgium, Luxembourg, of course. Marseille? Yep. Well, the capital is getting a little close. And that's about it. Better not forget about England, who might gain some territory up here. It's possible. Anywhere else that's going on? Barcelona's at war with Paris, but they might not gain that much territory in comparison to, say, Marseille. And that's probably about it to say about this part of Europe. Up here, okay, Belarus could be conquered, I guess, by Ukraine. Israel, not gonna say again. Hey? Oh, Iran has actually made landings in Kuwait. Indo-Pakistani war? Not gonna say. All the other wars, Africa as well. Ethiopia is at war with, well, almost all their neighbors, except Somalia. And I think Kenya. Yeah, they're not at war with Kenya at all. They are at war with... Wait, ABC... No, they're not at war with this nation. Eritrea, yes. Sudan, yes. Anywhere else, it's just the same thing. With the Congo Democratic Republic at war with the Congo itself. And their economy is small, but they're no longer in the UN, so it may not look good for them for the most part. Elsewhere, there's really not much to say about Africa. In the Americas, Brazil has no allies, and they're at war with every single neighbor. Not all, but still. UN Protectorate, we have some good relations, so we can ask for an alliance, including mutual defense. Mexico, not gonna say, with California and Texas growing. And yeah, back to here after all that talk. Well, the city is finally surrounded. Sort of. Well, we just lost this territory. I didn't realize that. And I don't know why I'm setting these guys up. I gotta send these guys down here. Have him go up. Have this tank T-54 just spread out, I guess. Okay, taking some losses. We've taken that small town again. And we're constantly losing units that are going in this direction for no for some reason. Okay, now that that's over and done with, gonna have these guys entrench here, except for these artillery. Okay, we finally got an alliance with the UN Protectorate. Remove all this. Economy, it's gonna stay as it is. Social spending is gonna be semi-small-ish. Taxes are gonna stay as they are, with the exception of increasing by 1%. Research, it's gonna be slow. Units we're building, most are close to being finished, but it's still gonna be a while. Okay, this PT-76 is 2 damage and will retreat. These guys are gonna go up here to reinforce the coal mine that's over here. Now for this engineer, I think I'm gonna have it get close to Xichang if the supplies could even reach, to scout out this area to see what could they have, while also concerned that I don't have spies. I have no intelligence academy being built, that considering I don't have enough room anywhere. Perhaps with some exception, but most will take a while, so I'll probably build one, yeah, maybe here, just one for now. That's one building project I'm gonna do. This tank, I think, is gonna just gonna stay there. Supplies are once again going to be annoying. We have a supply depot over here that's being built. Won't be done in a while. Oh, we couldn't take that, of course. But let me see if I can get these tanks to get a little close, not too close. If we could take this, might be the best way to be able to cut off any supplies. If we could expand further towards Jiaguan, that is if we can. Meanwhile, on this part of Asia, Myanmar is in a multi-front war with Thailand growing in size, except losing some territories here and there. Go ahead, build whatever you want. Laos is at war with South China, and they've gained a very tiny portion of territory. Not very much in comparison to Thailand's growth in size of territory gains. Oh, great. Oh, really? Okay, so there are mostly garrisons there, but they're going to be pretty tough. Do I have any air units? I have some, but they're not good. Okay. This is getting annoying. If I could just take these and then ignore it, then head down south, that would be nice. And of course, the supplies are going to be the big, real headache. I know I may have whined and groaned a bit, but I can't help it. Supply truck. Have this guy expand territory a bit. This T-54 has been surrounded. Time to change strategy, I guess. They've been entrenched enough, but not all of them are going to attack. I gotta send a lot of these units to get repaired fast. This artillery unit is already leaving, but just to be safe. This recon is going to get repaired. Now for this BTR as well. And this Type 62 recon tank is under attack. Finally resupply, but going to focus over here. And once again, no matter how And once again, no matter what, it seems like they won't lose supplies that fast. How much are we making? We have a good stock. I'm gonna lock the minister out. But still. Are you okay? Eh? Oh. Okay. Well, with these guys over here, I'll have this engineer continue to just expand territory, whenever it wants to. Have them entrench here on this road, then head down south towards Jiaguan and take that. Then head towards, I guess, Shuxiong, I guess. I don't know what these tanks are doing. These two are chasing down an enemy tank. And there's still one more tank. And it looks like the southern Chinese forces have lost a lot of supplies. Alright. See if we can meet in the middle and then spread out. These guys are supplied a bit. Well, slight. Now have them head down south towards Jiaguan. There's an infantry flying vehicle and 4 garrisons. And the garrisons are getting wiped out much faster than the vehicle. As for these guys, yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a headache. Oh yeah, I forgot to get these guys to surround that small village. Okay, these guys are gonna retreat. Gonna stay there. And this guy's gonna retreat probably towards Myanmar, I guess. We're not allied, are we? No, we're not allied, and I don't think... No, we don't have any other trade agreements, such as full transit treaties. Really? Really? Ugh. Just because they have to lose supplies fast. What a joke. Why is... If there's one thing I really am going to get annoyed is simply the fact that they lose supplies so fast and they just suddenly begin to retreat for some reason, even though they may have better numbers, perhaps. I just don't get it. I just don't get the AI. I really don't, and I never will. It's just getting silly most of the time. I probably said this far too many times as well, but I just had to keep saying it over and over again. There's no point in complaining now, can we? Anyway, there's a Type 90 IFV over here. And these tanks are still going to retreat. Yeah, T-54. This guy is not even damaged, and yet he retreated. These tanks are semi-supplied. What? Really? You're not even attacked and you're gonna retreat? Okay, that's really one major headache for the AI. Okay, seriously? Spending, garrison control, nope. No. None of these are quite the people who somehow control these units, so nothing I can do. Well, at least we kinda cut off any supplies for the Southern Chinese forces that are here. At least I hope so. Doesn't really help that this IFV is not retreating. This guy gonna attack. These guys have to attack. But they're not. And we finally took the town. And then they're just doing this strange backwards retreat thing. And just get repaired. Except this guy. And here comes the Southern Chinese forces again. I have no planes. Even if I have, they're too damaged. Why would they... God, the AI can be stupid. And even my own stupidity as well. Bombarded. I don't see the point reading these. Domestic approval is on the negative trend. I don't see the point. Okay, even though they may be cut off and probably will be surrounded, they are constantly being well supplied. Especially for the amount of artillery that's here. And tanks that's still gonna give headaches. Just wipe it out. Entrench. These guys are not gonna get it supplied yet. Once again, had to head down south a little bit to border with Tibet, Myanmar, just to gain supplies. And oh yeah, I better forget about India as well. And once again. Well, let's see down here. All these guys are just gonna stand around. I'll have to send them up to here, I guess. Supply depot won't be done for another 74 days. Running out of supplies really fast again. Really fast. How much supplies do we have? We have a good stock. But it's just not possible to reach to these guys that are on the other side. We're just going to have to wait for the supply depot to be finished, or very slowly gain more territory down here so that the supplies could, hopefully, at least reach over here. I highly doubt this could work. And they just keep regaining territory. Up here, not by much, but over here is the main problem, of course. Huh? What is this supply truck? I don't think I even want to know. Now, these tanks would kindly please stay in Jiaguan. All the artillery over here is just going to stay there. I got a heli. What other planes do I have? Let's see, I have transports. He is going to be deployed. On second thought, maybe not. They are too damaged after all. Let's see, I have 7 production aircraft fabrications everywhere. And they are producing F5 Tiger 2s. But it's still gonna take a while. See if I can get this guy to head down here to connect this area, even if he runs out of supplies. Constantly getting bombarded, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be redeploying tanks eventually. Now, as for these guys, I think I'm going to change strategy and have them head down here. There's no way of knowing if maybe one of the tanks that are still here might try and retake some towns and cities. Over here is still static. There's nothing going on. But I could probably try and attack, say, Hangzhou. Oh right, forgot about these units. And I forgot to scrap them. Alright, 4 garrisons. And here comes the Chinese Air Force. Okay, we're doing some damage. I think even though this guy's damaged, I think we better go around. Go around there. I have AA units. I'm just gonna stand by. Probably move one of them to this area. And of course, this area being well supplied, it's going to be a while before this this small village would even fall. And yes, it's gonna fail. T-54s. Oh god, he's gonna get surrounded. I have mostly artillery and AA guns. I have to send more over here. As for this side, supplies. Need I say more? Well, this area is slowly getting resupplied, but not by much. And these guys, once again, are doing this strange retreat, even though they're not attacked anymore. I don't get it. I never do understand this strange formation they keep doing. And we somehow managed to gain some territory, but not mostly reaching to India. Tibet, only at one small corner. Everywhere else, well, going to deal with trying to reconnect this area, surround, possibly start attacking Shuxiang. I hope I said that. Battle over there, battle over here is still going. And of course, better to ignore this village. There's really no point of it. And I don't understand what the AI is doing to reach all the way down here to Thailand. Industrial corruption. We may have lost 3,305 tons of consumer goods due to corruption. Yeah, and have been found guilty. Alright, that's good, but still. Really? I don't get what the Chinese Air Force was trying to do. Scouting, I guess. But probably best to spread out my A units a bit. And not all. Just to spread them out. Oh, nah, this ain't good. A Chinese transport. But it doesn't look like they're equipped with any landing forces, so there's really nothing to worry about. Except for the Chinese Navy's frigates and corvettes. Yeah. Okay, I guess I better send some ground forces to head toward that area. And of course we failed to take this agricultural town. There's nothing we can do with that. Let's see. Still not well supplied yet. But it's nice to see that we have managed to gain a lot of territory. Actually, now that I think of it, is it possible? Yeah, it's kind of possible, but I'd rather focus on getting this much territory, maybe up here, but not by much. Gain as much territory up here, and completely take that area, and then possibly make peace. That's probably someday in the foreseeable future, but you never know. Now I think about it, what's going on? Oh. Right, I forgot. The Manchurians have some Korean lands after their war against North Korea. That's a lot of units that are still around the military facility of Hungnam. Well, it looks like the Eastern Siberians have made some gains. The Koreans, meanwhile, it's a bit slow, and not quite easy dealing with artillery all the time. Northern China, meanwhile, no allies, at war with every neighbor it seems, except for... well, nah, never mind. And oh yeah, better not forget about Inner Mongolia being swallowed up by Northern China, and I think a little bit of Manchuria. I may have to check, actually. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Loyalty? Yeah. Northern China got the most territory, with Manchuria gaining some other amount of territory as well. And oh yeah, seems like Central Siberia is also at war. But with who? Manchuria and Myanmar. Okay. Nothing going on in the Pacific. There's hardly any action going on here anyway. Hardly even... pretty sure it's impossible to see the UN Protectorate out of nowhere declare war on every neighbor. Probably more along the lines against, say, island nations like, say, Cuba, Hawaii. I'm not so sure about that. Papua New Guinea, maybe? But that remains to be seen. But, yeah, that's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, but it's one thing to think about. And we're constantly being bombarded. Great. Better have my Air Force get over here. Considering my navy is nearly non-existent, with only 11 ships, mostly transports, 1 frigate, and patrol ships that are mostly down here. Yeah. Alliance would be nice, but not now. But at least we finally drove these ships away. This area is finally being taken over, slowly. Finally managed to reconnect this area. But I'm gonna expand the territory. Never mind. Still gotta deal with southern Chinese forces trying to oh, okay. Austria has been conquered by southern Germany, and they are also at war with Hungary as well. Wait, is Hungary at war with... wait, they're not at war, actually. My bad. They are, however, the Czech Republic is still at war with southern Germany. East Germany, I don't think there's any need to explain their situation. Paris is not fallen yet, despite being a bit bankrupt. And that's pretty much about it. Denmark, meanwhile, is still here, but they are at war with East, South, and West Germany. So it could be any way it could have been, whether or not they could be taken over by either of these two nations, either East or West Germany. But that's probably something to wait and see if that's even possible. Remove all this. What about Sweden? Belarus, Moscow, Paris. Not really much of war with anybody. Economies, the treasury's going up, but the GDP's gone down. Approval rating's still going down. I think we may have to increase social spending to the requirements. At the very least. I think I'll stay at that range. GDP's gone back up. And we're under attack from the northern border fronts. Okay. They're gonna lose supplies fast, but can never be... okay, finally took out that tank that was pretty much giving us a headache. We are not able to connect here, but they are not gonna be well supplied. Okay, I think this garrison needs to be maximized. Actually, really, a tank here? I have no air force. I have very little planes anyway. Air Force needs to start bombing that tank. You are not reconnecting here to resupply your allies. It's pretty much going to be the main answer. And here comes more. And artillery this time. So I guess I have to micromanage between defending this area but also expanding here. That's gonna be a night. That is really gonna give that's really gonna give anybody a headache. Of multiple things at the same time. Okay, so we finally took that out. Have these guys entrench here. Not so sure of to attack Xichang. Both the town? Yeah, the town of Xichang and the space facility as well. Highly doubt. But at any rate, have these guys move up a little bit to entrench there instead. But, it's really nothing much. So, progress here has stalled due to supplies, again. Thailand has gained, hasn't really matched that, they really haven't made that much gain. And, wait, this is India. And I guess Myanmar has taken this, but Thailand now controls that sea. Right. Now, well, pause, and I'm gonna end right here. So, hope you enjoyed this. It was a bit of a headache to deal with the supply problems again, but I hope you enjoyed this and hope to see you again in the next episode.